Hey everyone, you're listening to Nerd Boys Comic Book Blog. I'm Marco.
And I'm Damon.
And today we're doing a news corner.
Oh yeah.
Thanks Charles for coming up with that name.
The news!
The news corner. Alright, but let's get this started with the first topic. Tom Holland cast as Nathan Drake in the Uncharted movie.
Which, I don't know how, honestly, I think he'll be fine just because, I feel like by the time this movie starts shooting, he'll be old enough to, grow a beard and, let's just feel a little bit older, and he's such a charming actor. I think he'll be able to pull it off if they need him to, but they definitely sound like they're trying to plan for,
a long-running series.
Because they got somebody so young, and they're like, oh, no, we don't want to have those problems where he started getting old and weird, and we had to, deal with that. Or they just oh, my God, I know how contracts work. You don't want to deal with that. You want somebody they can trick into a long contract, completely and totally obligated to you until they die. Yeah. Even if the movie is terrible.
Yeah. And this is Sony. They already have him as Spider-Man.
Yeah.
And now they have this Nathan Drake.
Yeah.
They just want to keep this guy chained down.
Yeah. I think, and it's weird. I was really hoping that that Assassin's Creed or World of Warcraft would really shift the video game movie genre and better, but it's just it continues. It at the very least people seem to be trying a little harder than they were back in the day. Back in the day it seemed like people were no, we're just gonna use the name and change all the things. Just change them.
And their names are Mario and Luigi Mario.
Oh man, a Mario movie. As a kid, for some reason, I love that movie because it was so weird. And then as an adult, I'm like, oh wait, no, I get it. I get why people hate this movie.
Yeah. And they were trying to plan this as the prequel to the games?
Oh. Yeah. That's actually kind of cool when you think about it, because it means that they can do all the stuff from the game. They can talk about the stuff from the games, and we can be like, oh, I know about that, but it's a new story. And it's just oh, this is how Nathan Drake began. I'm we get it. Yeah. That kind of thing.
Uncharted begins.
Exactly. Hopefully they don't call it that. I want them to call it Uncharted Retribution.
A generic video game subtitle.
Exactly.
The Reckoning.
The Reckoning. Yeah, The Reckoning. Legacy.
I'm sure it's just going to be Uncharted. The new Tomb Raider movie, Tomb Raider.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. But I wonder how it's going to feel. I wonder if it's going to be successful. Because Uncharted is cool because it's oh, I get to play as Indiana Jones, sort of, but with a new story I've never seen before. And this is we're going to make that game that was vaguely based on the concept of Indiana Jones and then make a movie out of it, which is just kind of there was already a movie. It was called Indiana Jones. So now it's just kind of is this going to be good or is it going to be not good? I mean, I guess we could use more adventure movies.
It's definitely a genre that's been ignored. And do you know who Tom Holland wants as Sully?
No idea.
Chris Pratt. That was his suggestion.
That would be pretty great, actually. I feel that's actually one thing I'm really excited about, seeing Tom Holland and Chris Pratt interact in Infinity War. That should be pretty good. As the other two Chris's stated, he is the best of them. He's the best Chris, apparently. So there you go. That'll be pretty cool. And then we got some darker Sony news.
Oh yeah, there's other Sony news from the 2 or 3 Chris's to the other Toms, the 2 Toms. They both got cast. We got Tom Holland as Nathan Drake and Tom Hardy as Venom. Eddie Brock Venom.
We are excited. No, I'm joking. Remember the animated series where he just said "we" all the time? And it was the best thing ever. I love that series so much. Oh man, I'm confused by this.
It's such a strange. They got a big name for this movie that's probably going to be garbage.
It could not be garbage, but at the same time, because the Venom concept by itself is pretty cool, especially if they pivot into a different direction. If it feels more like a horror movie or something like that, instead of a straight superhero movie. I think if you pivot more into the direction of like a space thing, but part of me wants Tom Hardy not to be Eddie Brock for that reason. Because of all the Venom carriers, I'm probably the only person who feels this way. I don't like Eddie Brock that much. Especially main continuity Eddie Brock. Main continuity Eddie Brock is just a whiny little bitch. That's how I feel. Excuse the B word. Because He's just like, ugh, Spider-Man made me lose my job that was gonna lose anyways because I keep doing things that I shouldn't be doing. And then he's just like, I'm gonna kill Spider-Man. Like, whoa, calm down. Like, sir, like that don't make no sense. Like the original, I don't know if you ever saw, there's a comics, Scott Nicewander, I can't remember that show.
Yes, NerdSync.
NerdSync. There's a NerdSync episode where he talks about the origin of Venom outside of the comics and how they came up with the character. And there's an idea of this woman who she is saved by Spider-Man, but in the ensuing accident, her family dies and her husband dies, she loses her baby, and then she encounters the Venom symbiote and wants to kill Spider-Man. And I was like, that's dope. That's the character that like I would have been like, this is one of my favorite villains, you know. But like, so I've always felt like Venom was a little overrated as a character as far as that, especially before. Like I really liked Flash Thompson, Agent Venom. Like that was cool, especially the costume. The first costume was so cool. He had like guns and he looked like he was ready for action all the time. He was like, oh, what is this? Like, oh, this is cool. And then it was alive.
And he had his legs back.
Yeah. Like, honestly, I would be okay if they, like, even if they kept, I would be a little bit like, yeah, if they kept the name Eddie Brock and then did the Agent Venom storyline kind of thing. But I also would kind of be like, all right, I'll watch this. This sounds cool.
I mean, I'm sure they're going to lean into that where they take from all three hosts. Yeah. It's like a little bit of Eddie, a little bit of Mac, a little bit of Flash.
Yeah. I mean, but really, did Matt Gargan really even leave a mark on the Venom symbiote, really? I feel like he just had it for a minute and then he didn't. Like,
yeah.
There's like...
Well, they could do that thing where, like, he won it at an auction. I don't know.
Yeah, that was kind of weird. Because he just kind of got it for the whole Siege storyline, basically.
Well, a little bit before
no, Dark
that.
Reign, I'm sorry.
Well, he got it a little bit before that, and like this was before Civil War, and then Eddie had cancer, and the symbiote left him.
Yeah.
And then he had a bunch of other stories. Well, actually, this might have been around the time of the other, because I remember a What If story where Mac Gargan is wearing the Venom symbiote.
Uh-huh.
Peter dies, and the symbiote comes to him. So it's a What If story that I really liked, but whatever.
Yeah.
And he actually brings back Gwen Stacy from the dead and makes her a symbiote suit.
You gotta show me this.
I'll show it to you
I
later.
have mixed feelings about what you're telling me right now.
It's the Venom symbiote using Peter's dead body and making a new creature, and then that creature is so lonely it brings back Gwen Stacy and makes her a symbiote.
Okay, that's super weird. It's kind of sad. That's sad.
Because Mary Jane's like, I don't want any part of this, and he leaves and he's lonely. He's like, I'll get Gwen, the real love of my life.
The battle continues. I feel like I've always kind of secretly preferred Mary Jane, especially in the main continuity, because Gwen's another character that's like, she was just kind of the girlfriend, but Mary Jane has like attitude, like she does things. Like they keep hinting at Mary Jane and Peter getting back together, and if they don't get back together, I swear to God, Dan Slott, I'm coming for you. I'm giving you a really long and uncomfortable hug in public, and you won't know who I am, and that's how I'm gonna get you back. Because I don't want to threaten you. I like your work. I just feel like I need to do something retributional, and I feel like that would be awkward.
It's just awkward enough.
It's just awkward enough.
Yeah. And he'll know what it's for.
He'll know. He'll find out.
Is this because of Mary Jane?
Yeah, that's exactly what this is for. You gotta let go. Can't let go. It's gotta be at least 2 more seconds. There's one storyline in my head that they could do, but it's kind of like it wouldn't be a comic thing. It would only relate to it in that when in the show at least they bring us in, because they don't have Secret Wars in the show. They bring us in the Venom symbiote because J. Jonah Jameson Jr. goes in space. He's an astronaut, of course. They find the symbiote, and it just kind of gets attached to the ship. And then when they come back, it's just kind of like there. If, you know, on some level, like Eddie was involved in that and just happened to be going through all this hard stuff before that as the movie set up and dealing with all these shitty people that you see throughout the movie who are also not that shitty, and then he just goes around murdering people. Like
an R-rated revenge not comedy, an R-rated revenge thriller.
Yeah, like this kind of weird, like him just like losing it and like trying to gain control, and you spend some time in his head, like it's just like no, and it's just like what's the name? But then in the end, the symbiote wins out, and it's like like real early 2000s style with the like music going on, you know, and it's just like
yeah. It's Venom, lethal protector.
Yeah, you know, or like I would dig. I kind of want them to be lying about it not being involved in Spider-Man universe. Like I kind of just want them to like keep. I want them to at very least like keep Venom like over here, but like still like here. You know what I mean? Like it feels smaller. We don't know. We know it's in New York, but it's not like, hey, the Avengers. Like they don't make any of those things. But Spider-Man is referenced.
Yeah, and like keep it very street level.
Yeah, keep it feel very small in that way, and then like have the option to bring Spider-Man in at some point if it seems like that's the best way to go, as opposed to being like, nope, don't do that, never again. Like, well, it's his own thing. He's doing his own thing.
Just leave the option open.
Oh, there was another idea that I thought of. I was just like, what if they brought Andrew Garfield back and this was an alternate universe? Like this is like Amazing Spider-Man 3, and we secretly we're just like, wait a minute, is that it? Like it's just
we're doing a time skip now.
Yeah, and it's like a time skip. It's later. You know, he's sad. I don't know. We know why he's sad. We know why the suit is taking over. Then it's just like Eddie Brock gets it and he has to fight him or whatever. And it's just like. And then he kills him, and then Morlun comes.
Now we can tease Spider-Verse.
Yeah.
Damn.
Oh, that'd be weird. Honestly, I don't think that would work. Honestly, like I would like for that to work. That won't work.
Sony doesn't have that foresight.
Yeah, they messed up the Men in Black franchise. The point is,
Venom will be good or bad. We don't know yet.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see when the trailer drops. It's supposed to come out
October of next year.
Oh, of next year. Okay. For some strange reason, I thought it was this year. I was like, oh shit, like that movie's gonna be terrible then.
It's gonna film in 2 weeks and like special effects. It's gonna be like another month and then it's out.
Yeah. No, that would be really bad. That would be a really terrible movie. What other news that you have in the junket?
On the docket, we got The Dark Crystal and The Witcher on Netflix.
I'm so excited for The Dark Crystal. Oh, you don't even understand. They're using real puppets because that's what Henson would want. Oh God,
I just would have wanted.
I grew up. We had the Dark Crystal on DVD. We had Dark Crystal on DVD in my house. I grew up. I watched it for the first time. I was like, this is insane. I love this movie. My mom loves this movie. So I'm just really excited for this like Dark Crystal prequel thing that they do. And with new technology, like this is gonna be crazy. Like this is gonna be the coolest thing ever. I'm so hyped for this. Like,
yeah. And like with the Netflix budget, they could do so much, especially with technology today.
Right.
The animatronics and everything.
Oh man, right? Like this is gonna be cool. I'm curious what story it's gonna tell. I'm curious I'm just excited. I'm so very excited. I am. Oh my God. It's like 1983 again, and I am just not even a thought in anyone's head, but I'm so excited. Just can't believe it. Just can't believe it. Hercules. Okay.
I don't know what that was, but
I don't know. That was how excited I am. A bit. It's confusing. That's how I feel internally, and now you all feel that as well. I don't know about The Witcher, so.
Well, The Witcher, it's going to be based on the games and the books, apparently.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's a very R-rated series. It's an M-rated game.
Yeah, I know they have sex in it.
Yeah, there's a lot of sex.
There's and the guy's like a witch, but he's also a man.
Yes.
Well, he hunts witches?
I'm not sure. I don't play the games. I didn't read the books. But I do know that Netflix is really trying to make their own Game of Thrones.
Yeah. There's somebody who listen to this right now, then why the fuck are you guys talking about this? Because I don't play the games or read the books either. But it looks cool because that guy has white hair and there's so much Tumblr fan art.
Yeah, I try to stay away from that, but
I stopped. I haven't been on Tumblr in like 2 years now. I had like an art Tumblr for a long time, and I would post stuff on it, but I don't anymore because I don't care. It's weird on there. It makes me feel like everyone's insane. It's basically what it makes me feel like. Also, as an artist, it gets on your nerves because everyone, like, if you make fan art on there, then everyone's like, oh my God, that's amazing. And then you like make original things and they go, nothing. That's what they do. So you just kind of like, what about me? So then you start to feel lonely and needy, and then you ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for needy. I'm a man. I take care of myself.
Yep. And The Witcher, he's a man, I think.
He's also a man, and he kills stuff with arrows, probably witches. I think it's witches.
We'll just call him The Witcher. I'm sure that's not really his name.
I think that's why he's called The Witcher, because if he was
a warlock,
he'd be called the
warlock.
Yeah.
Let's move on from this and go on to the Star Wars Last Jedi Vanity Fair photos.
Boy. I'm excited about this Rose girl. She looks cool.
Yeah. I mean, back when they presented her first at the, Celebration, it was like, whatever, minor character. And now they're like, no, she's on an undercover mission with Poe. Or not Poe, but Finn.
Which, I don't know, it might or it may not ruin our shipping dreams for Finn and Rey / Finn and Poe. But
I can imagine Finn being the new Han Solo. Like you thought Poe was new Han Solo, but Finn
becomes the new Han Solo.
He's pulling everyone.
That'd be cool. It'd be cool if he's just like he just grows into his own as like the coolest character and like grows the most. I would be super into that. Some people mad about the new Star Wars stuff, there being more characters. I don't get that. Also, Phasma. I'm really excited to see Phasma do something in this movie because I was like, oh man, I can't wait to see Phasma in the last movie. But then I had this feeling like, I don't think she's gonna do anything because they kept talking about it like she's gonna be like Boba Fett. And I was just like, Boba Fett didn't do anything in the movies. He was mostly cool in the Star Wars animated Christmas special. And also at Clone Wars, I fucking love young Boba in Clone Wars. He's such a little douchebag, but he's also a badass at the same time. You're like, God, I hate to like you.
And I think it's weird because they mentioned in an interview like we barely determined that Phasma is human. We barely settled on that.
Oh really?
Yeah.
That's kind of crazy. But I'm excited to see. I really want to see like Finn, Phasma, like pew, or like some weird weapon. I want whether they make Finn a Jedi or not, I kind of want him to keep a lightsaber. Do you know what I mean? Like,
or pick up a weapon that's like a lightsaber.
With a dark saber.
Or a dark saber. Oh fuck. Imagine Phasma is Mandalorian.
That'd be cool. I hope so. I love Mandalorian lore in Star Wars. I think it's so cool. Like the Vizslas and Death Watch, all of that. It's cool. It's so cool. Yeah, no, that would be cool. I'm excited to see what they do with Rey and like what her lineage is. But do you want to talk about the Ezra in the elephant room?
Yeah, the Ezra in the room.
Yeah, I was just explaining this to Marco. I was reading that article when they dropped. It was like, oh, we have the names for these two new characters. Then they had Sarah Paulson's character, the lady from
the pink lady, right?
Yeah, from American Horror Story. They had her name, and I was like, I don't know what that means. Moving on.
Also, they have a casino planet now.
Yeah, no, that's kind of cool though. Like, I think that sounds really dope. But I'm like really hyped because I'm just like, they gonna tell us if it's Ezra or not. They gonna tell us it's gonna happen. We gonna find out. And I went down, and it was like DJ, because you guys and all your dreams, we will confirm this when the movie comes out. And they're just like, nah, like, don't tell me you had a name. That's not a name, okay? That is a lie. That is. I want to know. I want it to be Ezra really bad. That'd be so cool, especially if he pulls out the like weird gun. Even though he has like a regular lightsaber now, why did he get rid of his cool blaster lightsaber? I think it was dope. But yeah, like he just. I want him to be Ezra. I want that to be like what you find out. But I feel like we're not gonna find out until Star Wars Rebels ends this year. So like as it's going up, we're gonna be like, then we're gonna see Ezra turn evil or whatever. What causes him to turn evil? Like Sabine is gonna die, some weird things like that. And he's gonna be like, no. Then his eyes gonna get all dark, and then he's gonna start speaking with an accent, and like,
yeah, he's gonna turn to Benicio del Toro.
Exactly.
I'm sure Benicio, if he's gonna be Ezra, he'll try to match up the voice or give an American accent.
Start hanging out with Johnny Depp doing drugs. That was the movie in between. Was that one movie where he hangs out with Johnny Depp and does drugs.
Oh, okay. I remember what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about.
You guys know it because you guys are sharp.
Yes.
I'm certain of it.
The nickname, DJ. Definitely, it's a big middle finger to you because it's like, Dark Jedi, haha. That's his name.
Or Darth Genovis or something weird like that. Like that's his Jedi name or his Sith name. Or also like his pose is just like really like 1970s. Like I fuck bitches.
I'm also a dirty bum.
Yeah. Like I have sex with girls and I don't understand how because I'm nasty looking, but super handsome. It's I don't know. Benicio del Toro looks like he gets.
He lives in a trash compactor,
but you don't know how. Yeah. Like, but he also is homeless. Like, it's weird. Like, that's the face he has. I think I'm gonna get beat up by Benicio del Toro now.
If you ever meet him on the streets.
Yeah, I heard you talk about me, and then you just like punch me in the face, and just like, I didn't know you reacted to that podcast. That's so cool. Just come to you with a bloody nose, like Benicio del Toro listens to our podcast. Like, it's really.
This is the best thing in the world. You heard what we said about the collector.
No, man. I'm so excited. That's just gonna take me back to Thor Ragnarok, and that movie is. I'm hyped for that. This is a hype year. This is what a hype is. I want this hype to continue for at least the next 2 years, and I'll be satisfied. Like I need it to last until at least Captain Marvel be worth it, and then I'll be satisfied.
Yeah. Well, Captain Marvel's the first, or is it before or after Infinity War Part 2?
I think it's after Infinity War Part 1.
Okay. I need the hype to last until after Infinity War Part 2.
Oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense, yeah.
Even more Star Wars stuff?
Is there more Star Wars stuff?
There's some small things, like the planet Luke's on, they have like inhabitants. There's little villages and huts.
Really?
Yeah. And some other smaller details like the casino planet, and people were thinking there were Bothans on that planet, but nah.
There was a thing I circled around. I didn't read the article because I kind of don't want to. There's a certain point where I just want to stop spoiling a movie for me, especially when it starts to get like a month before, because I feel like I should have stopped watching trailers for Spider-Man like 2 weeks ago. But they talk about Mark Hamill he's just like, I don't know how I feel about the way Luke's story goes or whatever. He has some problems with it. I don't know exactly what it is, or if he feels like if it was saying that he read it first, and at first he read it, then they did it, and he was like, actually this is really cool, or what. And I wonder if that means that Luke turns to the dark side. I don't know if I'd be able to handle that, honestly.
Yeah.
If he's just like, I am a Snoke, and then like his skin like burns off or something, or maybe like Snoke like possessed Luke a long time ago.
Yeah. I mean, there are those leaked Lego sets or Lego figures of Snoke, where he's just like regular sized Lego figure, and his scars are very different. So.
Really?
Yeah. But then again, Kylo Ren's scars are completely different too.
Yeah, but that's because his would look stupid, apparently.
Yeah.
I like his current scar, though, the new one they got.
Yeah, it's a very Anakin Skywalker.
Yeah, I just weird thing, because I just, like, really love Kylo Ren as a character, and everyone's just like, God, he's such a little bitch. But, like, I kind of, like, think that that's what makes him such a cool, like, villain, is he's mad for, like, all the wrong reasons or whatever, but, like, at the same time, like, you kind of get it, and he's like a teenage version of everybody.
Or Anakin.
Yeah, he's this, like, angry teenager guy, and you, like, oh, that makes sense. That's what a bad person is. Somebody who just didn't grow up on some level. Like, they didn't mature into these thoughts. They just stayed there. And you know people like that. They just, like, stayed there. They're still talking about the Matrix like it was the best thing that ever happened to them. And
Kylo Ren thinks the Matrix is the best thing.
Yeah, exactly. He's just like, oh, man, you guys, red pill. Like, you know, like...
Black leather, it's the best.
Exactly. And I like that Kylo is, like, an edgelord, and he just like is there. So like as a villain, because it's just like that makes him an interesting villain to me, a really human villain, but at the same time like all of his like weird like violentness makes sense too, as opposed to him just like, why did you do that stupid thing? You're like, oh, I get why he did that stupid thing, because he's an edgelord. Like,
yeah.
But
and one last thing for Star Wars. Apparently, Episode 7, all Han Solo based. Episode 8, all Luke. Episode 9 was supposed to be Leia. That was supposed to be her movie.
That sucks.
Yeah.
What are they gonna do?
They're probably just gonna extend Luke into this one too.
I guess. I like really love Leia, and I'm really sad. And it just reminds me. Also, Carrie Fisher is amazing in real life. So she was. So it's just kind of it sucks that we don't get to see that like Leia movie, like with that being explored, and probably her dealing with being a little douchebag.
Yeah.
I wonder what he's gonna Like, I wonder if they're gonna like kill off the character of Leia though within the context of the movie, because they said at first they were like, we might do CGI, and her brother was like, we approved. He like approved them to do the CGI if they wanted to do it, and they were like, well, we might use some shots we couldn't use in the other movies, or use some stuff with that. But then they was like, no, I don't think that's a good idea. So I wonder if they're gonna kill off the character of Leia in some way, and like kind of off screen, or in some way that like hints at her dying, and then like there's reaction to that, because I think they could explore that character in like afterwards, but I don't know if it would be as effective without like being able to do flashbacks and stuff like that.
Yeah,
but
sad.
It is.
On to more sad news though.
Yeah, Zack Snyder.
Yeah.
That is not. It's weird because when they first was just like, oh man, Joss Whedon is doing the what's names. I was like, oh cool, that's kind of cool. Like, oh sweet, like Whedon's gonna add some Whediness to the scenes, and then it'll like balance out, and we'll have some great writing and some cool action set pieces, and then I'll be satisfied as a person.
But then you find out the reason behind why Zack Snyder is stepping down and Joss is stepping in. It's because
now I feel bad for all those terrible things I said about his movies. Like, even though they don't really have anything to do with each other, like that's not the point. Like, it's not important. It's just, but I feel like I kicked somebody while they was down without even realizing it, because this was like 3 months ago, you know. And it's just like, oh man, like it's fun and all to rag on that movie, but that's not the point. This is somebody's life, and that's like really sad.
There's a lot of fans, they took BVS and Man of Steel very personally.
Yeah.
And there was still a lot of hate going on, and back in March when his daughter did pass away, he was still having to face a bunch of fans attacking him while he was working on Justice League. And now he has to actually deal with this. He has to go spend time with his family to deal with this tragedy in their lives.
Yeah.
And our condolences to Zack Snyder and his family.
Yeah.
It was really sad that he had to step down, but hopefully you can come back and maybe work on Justice League 2, or maybe just pass the reins on to Joss Whedon, whatever.
Do something you feel like doing, honestly.
Yeah. Well, he was planning that one movie. In between Justice League 1 and 2, he was going to do his own movie.
Yeah.
Hopefully he just focuses on that.
Yeah.
Or his family.
Do something personal. Do something for yourself, Zach. I'm curious what these Whedon scenes are going to look like, honestly. Yeah. I'm wondering if it's going to kind of like add something to the movie that I guess was missing in Batman v Superman.
Yeah.
Because I think that Joss Whedon is just such a different director, and one of his strengths, Joss Whedon's strength, has always been dialogue and like having characters talk to each other and deal with each other. Because as a visual director, he's very simple. He's very like, do this, do that. Like it's stuff going on, but there's no real like. He's not like a visual, like visually he's not like the best director in the entire world. Like he can do a really good job when he does a really good job, but like there also will be like weak scenes, you know. But like we get invested because the people who are talking in the scene are usually entertaining. They're usually able to like bounce off each other and organically and feel like characters that we care about almost instantaneously. So I think if he brings that to Justice League, it'll be really cool.
Yeah. I mean, most of the scenes are supposed to stay in the tone of Snyder. Yeah. But I'm sure he's going to add a little bit of dialogue here or there. Yeah. Maybe bring out some more humor from Cyborg and Flash and Aquaman.
I don't know. I love the just like a bat. I dig it. Like, that's exactly what I wanted from Jason Momoa. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I was like, yes, let's keep going. Oh, yeah. Man.
The DC Extended Universe right now is just very dude bro. And I'm just like, I surrender to this now. I'm like, it's not my DC universe. It's just a dude bro
DC universe.
You watch this for the action. I'm fine with that now.
Yeah, I'm always gonna have my reservations about that, but when it works, it works. Like I think with the Aquaman thing, like it definitely works in that character. It's something that like can be fun, because one of my favorite versions of Aquaman is the Brave and the Bold Aquaman, where he's just like ha ha ha.
Oh, chum.
Yeah, like he's like old school dude bro in that, and it's so and then bouncing off Batman, it works so perfectly. He's just like, oh, okay, cool, like calm down. He's just like, we have this, like we will go and save the day. Like I don't think with that character it would hurt, and I kind of like Zen Barry Allen.
I want to see more Barry Allen. I want to see more Aquaman. I want to see more Cyborg.
Yeah, I love the like hand thing, and then he just like zooms off into the Speed Force. I was like, yep, I'm with it. Like, even if I don't like this movie, I'm just going in there, I'm taking headphones and putting the headphones on, and I'm just watching cool stuff happen.
Just have the Flash theme on repeat from the CW show. Just like,
or just get the whole orchestra thing on Spotify and just watch it with the movie. Like, so like it's just playing all the songs, and I'm just like, oh man, wow.
Visuals, so great.
These songs are amazing.
Yeah.
Damn it, Junkie XL, you're quite the cool dude. Like, I don't know. Oh man. But is there any more movie news?
Yes, there will be in the second episode of this week.
Part 2.
Yes. In part 2 of Movie News Corner.
Dobby dies. We all gotta go.
Deathly Hallows? It's a nice reference. Yeah. But if you're a new listener, you can subscribe to the channel. It helps out a lot. You can leave a like and comment down below and share this video with all your friends on social media. I'm Marco.
I'm Captain Underpants.
We'll see you guys next time. Peace.